buses before you guys get on the buses. Make sure that you guys get on the buses safe and sound. And we make sure nobody's left behind. That's never a good thing. And that you guys aren't too rowdy in the morning, because you'd be surprised how much energy like preteens have at like 7 in the morning. Way more than I do.
I tried, guys. I tried my best.
Well, we realized that having this opportunity for the students coming from a public school where the classes are often overcrowded and there's a lot of discipline, being a part of the regular school system, we understand what aspects needed to be taken out in order to have an atmosphere where the kids could truly learn. So taking what we know from our regular jobs and coming here and putting things in place, trying to create not a perfect atmosphere, but if you put all the right ingredients together, that the students can experience success. So it goes from knowing what they deal with and taking out the aspects of distraction to give them a sense of success.
And I think it was a great opportunity to create a family environment. I think here at Priory, that's what we have. Just by working with the public in a public school setting, I noticed that sometimes kids didn't feel like teacher really care about them. And I feel like here we establish a great culture here in order for students to be successful.
Here we try to satisfy the students physically, mentally, and spiritually. And by that I mean we have physical fun. We have four 40-minute classes of academics. Then we have lunch or in the dining hall, which is more family-oriented and which builds the child's self-confidence and self-esteem.
My job is to both support the operations of the program and run the back office, make sure we have the money and everything we need to make it run well. We just had one the other week where we were awarded a $25,000 grant from the Spirit of St. Louis Women's Foundation and got to hear from Maxine Clark, who took an interest in Aim High, which is a great potential lead for us to pursue. And we ended up going to a lot of events like that to get the word out about Aim High and to receive our accolades for having such a great place for kids to be.
As Director of Student Services, I am primarily responsible for recruitment of students, transportation of students, special programming, Saturday sessions, field trips, special assemblies, and I have some involvement in major disciplinary situations. The first issue is that Aim High draws students from all around St. Louis schools, from St. Louis Public School District, which is the biggest public school district in the state of Missouri, from Normandy, from the former Wellston School District, which is now closed and defunct, but we still draw students from there, from Maplewood, Richmond Heights, and from Rittner. So from several different school districts. We have 23 partner schools. And the way the recruitment process works is that I go and visit 23 different schools and give a pitch and a presentation to 23 different groups of students, and then try to convince them about a program that they don't really know anything about. And I work with their guidance counselors and their principals, and then they help us to filter and select a pool of students that we hope will become our newest class.
Oh my God, we know Aim High, the motto is "It all comes back to you," and I really think that as a TA that applies to the work that you put in, the effort that you put in the classroom with helping kids through difficulty and just helping them improve academically. By the end of the 5 weeks, you really can see the improvement, and you know that like you helped do that. So it really is rewarding, and I think that's the best part of being a TA.
Physical impossibility.
I know.
TAs and students develop lifelong friendships that have sort of a mentoring aspect to them, but beyond that, the TAs benefit as well. And I think that's kind of the sleeper secret of part of Aim High. It's what keeps them coming back, why we have TAs that dedicate 4, 5, 6 years to the program, because it is so rewarding. You do learn things about yourself as a teaching assistant that you wouldn't in another kind of corporate internship or other experience where you weren't able to meet so many different kinds of people. Aim High really is a great bridge. It's a bridge between race, it's a bridge between class, it's a socioeconomic bridge, and what that does is provide everyone that opportunity to be exposed to things that you might not otherwise be exposed to, and that's always going to help you grow, no matter what side of the desk you're sitting on.
I'm not talking, I'm just talking to you.
Sports clips.
Come on, think.
Yeah. Wow. Good time for that, right? So anyway.
My name is Dominique Warren. I am the head TA at Aim High St. Louis on St. Louis Priory campus. I took on a role of a lot of responsibility, so it really helped me see how much I've grown from the 6th grade to graduating as being a graduating TA to being soon a head TA and possibly, teaching in the program, because that's when I'm going into education, so.
I know, speaking from personal experience, that when I first did Aim High, I was considering being a teacher at that point, so it was really kind of like a come and see almost for me, or a way to kind of test the waters of teaching. Even though it's not a full-time teaching position, you still very much get a classroom feel, and you're in a leadership position in the classroom, and you're answering kids' questions and stuff like that. So I know for me, and I think for a lot of the kids here, I know they also benefit from that, because they're considering, they're sophomores and juniors, and so they're kind of thinking about careers, and I think a lot of them have teaching on their minds, and so I think that's just one of the ways that can help them by clarifying whether or not they think they have a teaching vocation, or maybe they find out that it's not for them. So it's definitely beneficial to the students and to the TAs.
Came to Aim High my 6th grade year, and I graduated the program, and then after I graduated, I became a TA. And the summer before my senior year of college, I had the opportunity to be one of the head TAs, which was a fantastic job. I loved it so much. Growing up in the type of neighborhood that I grew up in, Aim High was a way to have something to do in the summer instead of hanging out around the streets. So it helped me a lot to discover diversity and other things that I can put my mind and heart to, and it helped me with opening up my mind to dance and different art forms. I actually started dancing my 6th grade year here at Aim High. I danced at Coca, and so I think I saw a performance at Coca, and it inspired me to start dancing. I think it was here. I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But yeah, Aim High has just really helped me to become a person that I am today, coming here each and every summer, being inspired by the kids, the teachers, even the TAs. I've made some great friends through the program as well.
At been working as a teacher for the past 4 years, so this is my 4th summer as a teacher, but I was a student in the program. And so I was a student starting in 1999, and I graduated in 2002. And then after I graduated, I became a TA, so total probably about 15 years. I feel responsible to give back to them, to give them the same, if not better, experience that I had as a student.
S-I? No. It's just...
Yeah, I know it's not an I.
Well, one thing I think is really helpful, this is a time where we can actually concentrate on them as a person as well as a student. In a regular classroom situation, in some schools you have a ratio of 30-to-1 or 35-to-1 in a classroom, and you can build a relationship with a student when you've got 30 kids in a classroom, but you can really foster a relationship that's so long lasting over 4 summers when you have just a few kids in a classroom instead.
I just have so much hope for the St. Louis area, really knowing that these quality of students are around here. It's really encouraging because teaching in a public school during the school year, I see really great students, but being in a setting where every single one of my students has so much promise and is just so into learning and engaged and knows their potential is so refreshing.
Look over the Bill of Rights, and then here, what rights should you have in Aim High? You're a citizen in Aim High.
I feel that this program is incredibly beneficial to the inner city schools because it shows students that it is okay to be successful in school, that it is okay to raise your hand and answer a question for a teacher, that it is okay to have great test scores. When I taught in inner city at 2 charter schools, students were booed on stage for doing well on tests. That needs to change. Students need to know that it is okay to be intelligent, to want to participate in class, not to goof off in class. I feel that if they see more students willing, able to participate in class and be part of the process, then it will become part of that culture. It will breed success.
What would happen if Aim High did not exist? Well, personally, I mean, I would not be where I am today. I don't think I would not be as happy as I am today. I think I've benefited more from Aim High than the students have probably benefited from me teaching, just because just seeing everybody's smiling faces on the bus, coming off the bus, like when you greet them at the door, just giving those kids high fives and hugs even sometimes. You know, it's really good, and it's just like really cool to see all the joy that they can bring to this program.
I wouldn't be where I am now. As far as, I always knew I wanted to be kind of a teacher, but as far as like learning how to branch out, be outgoing, networking, I wouldn't have any of that under my belt right now.
I have watched kids come in when they're 6th grade or 7th grade, and by the time that they're in 8th grade or 9th grade, you see a much more confident child. You see a student who goes from wondering where they fit in, if they're ever really going to amount to anything, and kind of even to the point where they don't really believe they have a future, to wanting to go to college, to wanting to learn something after high school, to want a family, and other things that it's really hard to quantify.
I think it'll be a detrimental blow to them, not knowing that they're not able to come back and complete the program all 4 years and have the opportunity to come back and be a TA.
So like if there was no Aim High next summer, kids would just have a free summer. But 6 years from now, 10 years from now, there's over 100 kids who will have missed out on wonderful opportunities and wonderful avenues and wonderful chances to make a difference in their life. And so the effects won't be felt immediately, but it hurts our future.